was one idea behind the book, that those bulleted lists just give you lots of choices, but short, not very descriptive, just lots of ideas. However, a few critical ideas are introduced in each chapter. And then that was my editor's guidance, that let's just go deeper rather than trying to give in each chapter 15, 20 different strategies, and then teachers might be like, okay, where do you start? You might have noticed that there is a 3x3 kind of pattern, and typically 3 big ideas and then 3 sub-components, not very rigidly, 3 or 4 concrete examples. So something that is manageable, something that is doable. So what that goes along with the philosophy that you just mentioned is, where do I even start? Give me some ideas that are very doable, but at the same time, teachers appreciate it. They want choices.
And it doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, I think there was a lot on supporting emerging, or being, was it the starting level? There was a big section on writing for starting level. And obviously that doesn't mean that you're only going to focus on that with your starting level students. You could clearly adapt those ideas and projects for any of the language levels, but then you just might incorporate and layer in some of the other ideas from the more advanced chapters. Like, I love the page with the different writing opportunities. I mentioned that before. You know, so in All About Me book, and I loved also how you mentioned Book Creator, because I just did my Virtue Well on Book Creator, and I think it's so fabulous. But a beginning level student might do a very simple Book Creator where they record their name and they add a picture of themselves, and maybe with teacher support can create a book that tells about them. But in early advanced, or there's so many names now, I don't even know. Like bridging level students, or I'm trying to go with the names from your book, not from what I use myself. Bridging level students or expanding level students, they could also do a Book Creator about me, and it would just be a lot more complex. There would be more language, more of a combination of swirling, so they're writing more. Maybe they have more extensive directions or kind of points that you would want them to incorporate. And maybe there's more independence, you know. With our starting level students, you're probably, you know, holding their hand, so to speak, really supporting them and giving them guidance and giving them step by step. And for those expanding and bridging level students, you're letting them roll with it and put more of themselves into it. So you could have this project, but just even the students themselves with what they're comfortable and capable of doing, then it kind of differentiates on its own to give more independence to those who can, and to scaffold and support more for those who need it. But it's not as if as the teacher saying, okay, I have this totally separate project for my starting levels, this totally separate project for my developing. It could be the same overarching goal and project, but just different outcomes for those different levels.